Thank all of you for your opening remarks, and we appreciate it. Now we'll start with our questions, and I'll begin. First of all, you know, we see we have a 2-2 split, and people say that we're just divided and we can't get anything accomplished. It looks like you all have done fairly well getting things accomplished in this 2-2 split. Do you subscribe to that or agree that FERC is not able to continue to come together or basically work well in the 2-2 split, or do you see basically the need? I mean, there'll definitely be a fifth member, but I'm just saying that you have to do your job until that happens. So each one of you can comment on that. We'll start with Chairman Phillips.
Thank you, Chairman Manchin. Thank you for the question. I can say this. This commission, even though we're divided, and there was lots of doom and gloom about our inability to get things done, we have not sat on our hands. We have kept pace with past commissions as we have moved forward important, critical infrastructure projects that's needed for the reliability of our grid. And I can tell you this, it has very little to do with me, sir. I give the credit, all of the credit, to my colleagues. They have stepped forward to lead, to make sure that we don't have a situation where we can't move things forward. I can't do it by myself. I give them all of the credit.
Thank you.
I think that there have been, excuse me, Senator. I think so far there have been no no problems at all with the 2-2 split. The rate of orders has been moving apace, and we've had, I'd say, very good collegiality talking about the contents of the orders over the last few months.
Well, you all bring a diverse amount of talent to and that's what's great to see all this talent coming together for a purpose and a cause. Chairman, Commissioner Clements?
I think we're doing fine. I think Chairman Phillips is doing a great job. I think we're very busy, and there are some really important proposals out there that we need to act on.
Chairman Christie?
Yeah, I don't really look at it as a 2-2 split. I look at 4 members. Now, we're all 4 lawyers, so that means we have 16 different opinions on any issue. But, you know, we only need 3 votes to get something out, and the business is getting done. And after, you know, the vast majority of our cases come under the Federal Power Act, and I think there's no real particular lineup on how people vote on the Federal Power Act issues, particularly the ones that come up from the RTOs. So I don't think it's a 2-2. I think it's a matter of getting to 3 votes on every order, and I think that the track record shows that, in fact, we're doing that in most every case.
And you had a lot of unanimous, too, which really speaks volumes for all of you.
The vast majority are unanimous, actually.
Let me throw this to you. What I didn't understand, the PJM system, which I know I've been in the PJM, I was born and raised in the PJM system, know it well. I've been through some of the challenges, and I'm concerned. But you all said something. The subsidies, every power source is subsidized. Coal subsidized to a certain extent. You can say, well, they get this and that and credit and offsets. Nukes subsidized, and wind and solar. But wind and solar is coming on, and when it comes on, basically, it has to go when it comes on. So if you're going to dispatch and basically shut something down in order to make capacity for the new technology that of wind and solar, but does not have the storage to give it to you when it needs it, you got to give it to you when it makes it. Is that the problem? And you said the cost is coming on at 0. I know that it's come from like 16 cents a kilowatt hour down to 5 and 6 cents. Coal's gone up because of environmental concerns. I understand that, and all the rest of them. I just keep saying that I know back home, they want to keep the lights on. They want to be able to take care of their families and their businesses. And I looked over at what happened in Europe. And yesterday I had the privilege of talking to German military that were here giving me assessments on different things. But we started talking about energy. Tell me what happened. He said, we made a grave mistake. We took off our dispatchable quicker and got hooked on cheap Russian oil and gas. He said, we got hooked on cheap Russian oil and gas. And then we thought the North Sea could produce all of our wind that we needed. None of that happened, and they got in a situation. They threw caution to the wind as far as oversight on environmental oversights to keep people from freezing and starving. So we know the geopolitical risk that we're taking here, but is it because, are we looking at all the cost when you do that, taking the subsidies away from the actual cost, or basically looking at the cost delivered? How, I mean, I know Chairman Commissioner Danley, you said that. And
when I was speaking about the offering in at 0, I was specifically talking about the capacity market. I'm not talking about the all-in cost to consumers. That's a matter of both the real-time energy costs they have to.
But how it comes onto the grid? How's it? You know, you only have so much capacity in the grid. It's like a highway. You got 3 highways, three lanes, and you got 4 lanes of traffic. You got a problem.
So you rightly identify the fact that electricity is unique as a commodity because it has to be produced as it's being consumed, other than marginal, really unimportant to the running of the system storage capacity. And the more of the dispatchable resources that are displaced because they become uneconomically viable, the harder it is to rely upon intermittence to keep the system running. It's just a matter as
Dispatchable, as you talked about, so for everybody's, it's 24/7.
Yeah,
It's your base load.
Or not, it's not only base load. This would also include things like gas plants, which can be in the moment of shortfall, right? As soon as load
Right.
comes on, then you have to immediately meet the load with new generation. And if there's a drop off, then you have to immediately make up the shortfall. And so natural gas has been, we have moved to over the last 20 years.
But you're
to make
saying
up
that
a lot of
basically that those that are non-dispatchable, that aren't 24/7 base load, they're basically, because of pricing, pushing off in early retirements, as I think
Yes.
that Chairman Christie said, and we see that happening.
Yes.
And pushing off quicker than we have the ability to replace, so we're going to be in a very unreliable situation, is what you're saying.
That's right.
Your turn.
Thanks, Mr.